We've all heard of the dreaded TPK. Don't want to kill your party and their prized characters, don't want to send them home crying simply because you made an encounter that was unfair? Well, stick around and I'll show you the 4 ways in order to make a balanced combat encounter. Make sure you watch all the way to the end for the 4th one, as it is the best way, I believe, in order to make a balanced combat encounter. And if you watch till the end, I'll even give you access to an email list in which I share with you guys monsters that I make. Let's roll initiative. Alright, so the way number 1 is simply do it by the books. If you guys actually look inside the monster manual, there is a detailed chart that on every single side of each monster is both a challenge rating and the experience that a party can get from it. And using the experience economy that they have inside the books, matching up on a chart, you can make an encounter that's both easy, hard, really hard, or deadly for your characters. Now, here's my issue with this one encounter, or this one way to do encounter design, is it doesn't take into consideration all the little nuanced things that could happen, like your party being flanked, having more monsters in your party, a really bad night for rolling, you rolling 3 crits within the first 10 seconds, all that stuff. That's something that the book doesn't take into full account. So be careful when you use it, because according to the rules, 2 intellect devourers should be fine for 3 people in a 4th level party. No, it's not. So, the second way in order to actually balance your encounters, and this way is going to require a lot of math. And essentially, what you're going to do is balance each encounter specifically and mathematically for your party. So, in order to explain this, the way that D&D works, all the math-wise, is all in fives. Everything you do incrementing up or down is increasing the probability of something happening by fives. So, in order to balance it in this way, literally what you're going to do is take every single one of your party's hit points, their armor classes, average them, their damage output, and then figure out from there how hard would a monster have to hit to make it ridiculous in a point where it has a 70, 80, maybe even 90% chance of hitting your party, and it deals an adequate enough damage to actually hurt your party. And from there, you just go through. And if you guys want me to make a much more detailed video on this particular step, just let me know down in the comments below. Alright, so the third way in order to do it is pretty much my tried and true way of doing it, and it's a very controversial way, and literally you just fudge. Fudge, fudge, and fudge everything. So what I mean by fudging, or fudging dice rolls or your monsters really, is yes, you build the encounter by the book or however way you want to build it, but as you're seeing the encounter go on, if it's way too hard for whatever particular reasoning, whether or not that's because the health of the monsters is just a little too high for your party to actually put a dent in, cut that right in half as you're going through the match. If or the combat encounter. If the monsters are really too hard to hit, just dial it down a little bit. Essentially, you're being very reactive in the way that you're designing your encounter and tweaking everything on the fly and not beforehand in order to ensure the best combat encounter for your party. So the 4th and final way, and this is honestly the best way, so take out your pens and pencils and take notes on this one, is to take first way, second way, and third way, and do them all together. So what do I mean by this? So the first way, which is doing it by the books, do it that way first. Then from there, figure out the individual math that you'll need to tweak specifically for your party. And finally, as the match is going, tweak everything just in those matches. Because again, none of those ways before are either good on their own or really account for everything that could possibly happen. If you manage to get 6 crits within the first 10 seconds of the combat encounter, maybe you need to dial a lot of stuff back, as you might just kill the wizard on accident because you simply can't tell what the dice are going to be doing. So the 4th way is to do all the first and just do all the above, as that's the best way to get the best and most balanced combat encounters. Alright, so now you have a balanced encounter and you have a way in building that balanced encounter for your party. But what about the overall story that you're going to envelop this encounter in? What about the adventure? Well, I'll actually link a video up in this card here, there, or down there to a video I made on creating your first adventure. And finally, just what you guys have been waiting for, down in the description below, I'm actually going to be leaving a link to a landing page in which you can sign up for my free newsletter that I will be sending out free monsters that I make and just concoct inside of my mind of mine. And you guys get to, run those monsters and put them inside of your own balanced encounters. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the content for today. I'm so sorry that it's really late. I've been just dealing with a whole bunch of stuff in my personal life. But I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you really enjoyed it, please sneak attack that like button down below. And if you really, really liked it, please feel free to subscribe, as I usually post new content for DMs just like you every Saturday at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at Khalil Roberson. I'll probably put it here somewhere. Here. Yeah. And also, I have link a Discord down below in which we all just talk and just I share ideas with you guys. We just bounce ideas off of each other, and I really discuss most of my new video series that I really need you guys' help with. So again, I hope you guys enjoy and have a fantastic day.